as you can see, my hair is getting kind of like a bit wild, and with this coronavirus, I've got this, I've got all my stuff in this lockup in East London. So I've got like my drills, I've got my tools, I've got this Makita set that's in this lockup. I've got loads of other things. I've got like 500 comics, and I actually have to sell them. I mean, I've just accumulated so much shit over the years, which I kind of like have a sentimental attachment for, like comics, for example. Like I've got these comics. I've got like 2 or 3 dozen comics that were worth £12.50 10 years ago, and they were worth, and then 5 years ago they were still worth £12.50. 3 years ago, they're still worth £12.50. Like they're just gonna stay there, and it doesn't matter how much, you know, dust they accumulate. They're just gonna be £12.50, right? So I've got to sell them. But I actually now, because of this coronavirus and the bollocks with London transport, it means I can't just, like, my lockup space is all the way in Hackney Wick. I live in Kentish Town, so it means I've got to go all the way to Hackney Wick. I want to avoid public transport. I'm waiting for this fucking bike to come. Like, this guy was going to sell me his bike for 100 quid. So I can't force him to sell me the bike like now. It's up to him. So this coronavirus has put me onto this waiting game. You know, I understand. I keep respect. You know, I'm not blaming anyone for this. It's just you got to keep perspective. Everyone's on this. Everyone puts everything on hold, and you have to take some precautionary measures because this government sure as fuck isn't. Well, not yet anyway. So anyway, I have to go to my lockup, sell my comics, and yeah, and also get my clippers because I need to cut my hair. In case you hadn't noticed, my hair is getting kind of froey, you know. And I mean, I wonder if I ask myself if I let it grow, whether it'll get really like fucking big, or whether it's just like, or probably it's just going to remain the same length. But I feel more comfortable cutting it because my hair. Well, speaking of my hair, I mean, I'm not the kind of guy to have the man bun. You know, I'm just not going to get the man bun. You know, I don't feel like I'm more of an environmental warrior by having the man bun, you know, and wearing really shabby fucking clothing, you know. And every guy that I've met who has the man bun has been like a total prick, you know, unless you're, no, having said that, I know that some Sikhs and some religious people, they have the man, but that's different. I'm not speaking about that. I just don't think, a lot of white middle class people with the man bun, and they end up being really, really insufferable pricks, you know? Insufferable pricks, really self-righteous and up themselves with their fucking man bun, you know? And I'm just sharing this thoughts with you, like, I don't think having a man bun makes you more spiritual. And why is it that guys with man buns, like this guy the last guy I met with a man bun was wearing no shoes. He just come back from the rainbow gathering. This was 2 years ago. He came into my house and like, he was bringing lots of dirt into my house, you know. And he said that, you know, the reason he did that was because he felt more, you know, grounded wearing no shoes. You know, he felt more gravity not wearing shoes. Yeah, dude, can you not fucking bring the dirt into my house? You know, well, I'm not spiritual enough. You fuck off. You fuck off. So, yeah, he did leave anyway, but, you know, he was surprisingly unhippie with his fucking man bun. You know, he wasn't that kind of hippie. You know, you thought he was very deceptive because you thought he was very kind of mellow with his man bun, but he was actually very unmellow, you know, and he actually turned out to be a real we almost came to blows. If I see him next, I'm very, anyway, so, yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm just sharing my thing. It's about my haircut. I fucking have to get a haircut at some point, and I've got to get my clippers. If not, I have to go out